Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with a favorites and first impressions get ready with me. This is the look I got using all of my favorites, or most of my favorites, from the month of March. And then at the end I do have some products that I was not able to use on my face, but I will be talking about those too. And today will just be makeup, but I will come back and probably do a skincare and a lifestyle favorites if I have enough to make a video out of that. Anyway, I'm just going to jump right into this and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, I tried out two foundations for about a month and a half. I'll start with this Confidence in a Foundation. One pump of this does my entire face a full cover. And I'm going to show you this one on my hand. And I'm using the other one because this is too light for a video. That's it. It doesn't feel heavy. Does not feel overly thick, blends out really nice. I really, really like the Confidence in a Foundation. Then this Dior Forever in the matte. It is a nice full cover. It's matte without being too flat. It covers great. This is just about perfect. It's like my skin. So this is the one I'm going to use today. And I do 2 full pumps of that and put it on with my fingers. And then I'm going to do another pump and blend it up with a beauty blender. This does have a scent. If you've ever used Dior, it's just, there's just a little fragrance in it, but I don't notice it when it dries down. Okay, then I'm going to get another pump of this, and I'm going to spray my damp beauty blender with my Milani Make It Last. I may use that up while y'all are watching. Okay, I don't have a powder in my favorites, so I'm going to use what I'm using up and love, and that's the Dermablend, and it's the colorless one, the white one. Okay, then I'm going to brush it away with a Sigma Tapered Face Brush F25. This was in my favorites last month. I love it. I don't know why it's misshapen. I love this brush because it's not too big and it's really soft. Okay, then for contour, I'm going to use my Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. It's what I'm using up and I love it. And I keep that up real high. So we're bringing my face up, never down. Then for contour, I'm going to use one of the cream blushes that I got this month that are absolute favorites. And I have from 2 brands. The first one I heard about on Kate the Great. These are by Glossier. And I have this one in Beam. And this is kind of a pinky peach. It does not take much. That is the Beam. That. Just kind of an earthy peach. So I have it in the Beam, and I also have it in Puff, which is a pink, and it's that. These are very natural looking, and I like to put these on underneath a powder. I don't put these on with a beauty blender, or I would mow through this in about a week. I put these on my finger and tap it on, and it does not take much. And then I got these from Flower. These are so pigmented, they will last forever. And I do put these on with a beauty blender. And I got one in Bitten. Just a very pretty red that shears out. And these are a little bit thicker. See, that is a little thicker. That tiny dot. Yeah, that would do probably both my cheeks. And shear it out with a beauty blender. It just leaves a rosy. It just came in from the cold look. Okay, then I have it in Bubbly. Just a bubblegum pink. And that's a lilac-y, kind of a pink with a lilac undertone. Beautiful for spring. Then I have it in Melon, which is a coral, just a dot. That's the Melon. That is perfect with my top today. And then this one I use as a bronzer. This one is in Pinched, just a very earthy color. And I'm going to use the Pinched for a bronzer all over my face. And I put it on the back of my hand, just tiny. And then with a damp beauty blender, I'm going to put that on all over my face. Then for the blush, I'm going to use one I am in love with, and this is Charlotte Tilbury in Love is the Drug. I heard about this on Jenny Charleston Makeup Artist. Let me just say about this, it is very soft and pigmented. You don't need much. I'm thinking this will last a really long time. I use a fluffier blush brush, fluffy and soft, or I will get too much. It is very pigmented. And then go around it so slight, and I tap it off a little bit. This really goes on. And I don't do the swish and pop, I just do the swish. Oh, I love this. This is one of my new absolute top favorites. Okay, then I'm just going to buff that a little bit with my powder brush. Next, I'm going to put on some waterline liner, and then we're going to do our eyeshadow, and we're using the Anastasia Riviera. We're going to talk about that. I'll be right back. And to do my waterline, I'm using a MAC in Industrial. My Urban Decay waterline liner has been transferring down, so I've been using this MAC, and I really like it. Then on my waterline liner, I come out here and make a little baby wing, and it kind of guides my eyeshadow. Okay, the Anastasia Riviera. I will say about this, if you like these colors, very bright for spring and beautiful, if you like these colors and you like the Anastasia formulation, you will love this. It's the same Anastasia formulation. They're very pigmented, very soft, blend beautifully. My favorite color is this kind of earthy pink, but it's not quite earthy enough. I sometimes look like I've got pink eye. But we're going to start with that, and then we're going to layer over it. I'm going to fast forward through a lot of this because my eyes take so long, but I'm going to link a really in-depth hooded eye tutorial down below where I use this method. Okay, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to feel for that bone, and I'm going to tap. Right there. That's where my bone is. So that's where I'm going to go. And then I'm going to follow my bone around. And that takes care of the hooding. You just feel for that bone and follow it around. And I'm using the Sigma E47, a tiny crease brush. Oh, I forgot to put my powder under my eyes. Very important with Anastasia. If you're going to do your face first, you definitely need some protection down there. And also, I need to go over with a base color. This is kind of tacky and sticking. And this doesn't, that white is a little bright for a base. Doesn't have a real good base, so I'm going to go into another palette for that. I'm going to get my chocolate bar. And I'm going to use that and go over my lids with a fluffy Wayne Goss brush. Yeah, that's going to be better. Okay, going back in with our pink. Monte Carlo. Then I'm blending with a MAC 221. Okay, I'll tell y'all, I'm loving that. I love that pink as a transition. I am going to earth it up a little bit with this Cabana. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but it works. It just kind of earths it up, those two together. Makes it more wearable for me every day. That earths that up just a little bit, but still leaves it pastel. Okay, then I'm getting another Sigma E47, a tiny little crease brush, and I'm going to go into this palm out here, this dark brown, and we're going to do that outer. Just putting a dot where I want my crease, and then just working in a little bit. Okay, next to add some spring to it, to add more spring, I'm going to go into this hot pink. And that is called Bahamas. Just adding right in the center, just adding, you know, kind of a hint of it. And a little bit over here, add some of that pink back in. And then I'm going to blend it. When I blend the brown, I'm blending the brown, but then I'm cleaning off my brush in my color cleaner because I want to keep, you know, some of that pink. Next, I'm going to take my Milk Jumbo stick, and I'm really going to make that white across my lid. And then we're going to go back into this Monte Carlo and since I'm putting it on top of that white, it should be light enough. And I'm not really trying to pack color on there. I want it kind of subtle. So I'm going to use my Wayne Goss number 19. That kind of a smaller but fluffy brush. And then I'm just going to tap into that. And then I'm just going to kind of sweep it across it because I'm going for subtle down there. I'm not really wanting to pack a whole lot of color. It's just a normal day. You know, kind of an everyday wearable look. Okay, I'm going to put on some eyeliner. And I don't have an eyeliner in my favorites, so I'm just going to use one of my Lancôme liners. And this is my Gris Noir. It's just a dark gray. And I'm really pressing into my lashes, trying to keep it right by the lash line. Okay, for mascara, I have a new primer, and that is the Urban Decay Subversion. Let me just say about this. This is very wet. This is the wettest primer I have ever used in my life. When I take it out, okay, look at that. It is clumpy. If you like a really wet primer, and this does make my eyelashes huge and really pretty, but it is wet. So I pull it out one time, I will use that for both eyes. So that's one coat, and I still have enough left for my other eyelashes. So I had to learn to work with this, but after I found that out, I really liked it. So I do really like this. I don't know if I'll repurchase it because my essence is so good, and this is drugstore. But if you've tried this and don't like it, and you're looking for a lash primer, the Urban Decay one is good. So I don't know if y'all can tell, but that makes some big eyelashes. And they're nice and separated and fluttery and beautiful. Okay, and then I don't have a mascara. I'm going to use my Benefit Rollerlash because this is a little bit thinner than my Essence Sculpted Volume. With this much primer on, I really like something a little bit thinner, maybe. So I'm going to use my Rollerlash. Then I'm going to use another favorite. This is the Morphe R2, and I love this powder brush. It's just a little bit firmer and a little bit smaller. I love it. And that's what I'm going to knock this off with. I love this to buff when I need something just a little bit firmer. I love this brush. Okay, then for underneath on my lower lash line, I'm going to use this Prestige in black brown. More often than not, this is what I'm using, and it's almost used up. And I just do the outer edge. And then using a Real Techniques brow brush to kind of blend that. Okay, and then next, the Guerlain Meteorites. Terra Babies uses these all the time, and I've heard Natalie, the Beauty Diva, talk about them. Love these. To finish, this doesn't make me overly luminous, and it's light enough for me because I'm so fair. This is in light Claire. I love these, y'all. They just finish my face beautifully. They just make me look finished and a little bit luminous. Okay, then I have a lip liner in my favorites, and this is a Lancôme, and this is called Rose. I have another one called The Rose. This one is just Rose, and it's a little bit brighter than The Rose. This is my new one. That's Rose, number 378. My all-time favorite has been Lancôme The Rose in number 6. And it's earthier. It's that one. This is my new one for spring. I thought that would be really nice for spring. So we'll use that. It's a little brighter. Okay, then I don't have a new favorite initial lipstick. I have some, but not for initial. I'm going to use my Natasha Denona Smoky Rose. That, my holy grail. And then over that, I'm going to put a new favorite. This is the NARS Turkish Delight. Just makes it really, maybe a shade lighter, creamier. It's beautiful. Okay, then I'm going to talk to y'all about a couple of more products that I didn't put on my face, but I love this month. I bought 2 Almays, and one is Skip the Gym. One of you girls told me about this. These have a little bit of a shimmer to them. I love to touch up with these. That is a perfect peachy nude with a little bit of maybe a little bit of a pink underneath it. It's really nice. Again, these have a little bit of a shimmer. And then this one is in Girl Boss, and this is a pinkier, and it has a little bit of a shimmer too. And it's that one. Very nude, but very nice for touch-ups and to keep my lips kind of moisturized during the day. Very nice. Then I tried 2 nudes, and I like them both. I don't notice either one of these drying me out. One is from MAC, and one is from Milani. The first one is Influentially It by MAC. It's a powder kiss, and I love this. It is so pretty. Just a very peachy matte. And again, I don't notice that drying me out. And the next one is a Milani Matte Innocence. And this one's really nice. And it's that one. This one looks like it's maybe a little bit brighter. The Milani. Okay, and that is all of my favorites. Y'all let me know down below some things that y'all are loving so I can pick those up and love them with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.